Honey, you already know if you hear my voice, I got something to say. Is you listening? Open up your third eye, man. Open up your understanding. This video here is for learning people. My content is for learning people. If you're not a learned person, please exit now. If you're not a learned person, please exit right now. This content is for people that are learning. Let me move this around real quick. Trying something new, y'all. Trying something new. I've been fooling around with this light. Sorry if it's too loud. Hopefully you can see me. Alright. Let's get to it, man. Look, today is Sunday, February the 21st, second day of Pisces, 2021. As you see here, and I want to talk about something that happened earlier this week. I'm gonna make a few of these videos like this, talk about some previous things, some things that occurred that a lot of people miss. But if you're up on game, you know what's going on. You're in tune with the things around you. If you're not encumbered by bullshit, if you're not boggled down by this fake reality that we are a part of, that they present to us, then you can understand these things. If you're a person that picks up patterns, see, this is the thing that I don't understand about this work, and why more people don't pick it up, because it is a pattern based concept. The concept is based on patterns. If you can see 1 + 1 is 2, 2 + 2 is 4, 3 + 3 is 6, 4 + 4 is 8, and then 5 + 5, and you can figure that out. You know what I'm saying? Like that. How can't you see a repetitive pattern that goes on in your everyday news, media, sports, government, around the world, and throughout time and history, in all facets of life, be it church, be it politics, be it art, be it literature, whatever the case may be, murder, the CIA, the FBI, the NSA, everything that you can possibly think of is encumbered with this code, either organically, which would be naturally, or contrived and pushed upon and made to fit, so to speak. So if you can understand patterns, you can understand this. If you can understand this, you are a learned person. But in order to understand that, you have to let go of your reality. You have to let go of what you think and deem as real, in the sense of the fact of the matter that some of these things that you think that are real are not really real. Some of the people, celebrities, governments, some of these groups, they're not as real as you think they are. A lot of these things are contrived. I would say about 75 to 85% of them are contrived and not really real things. They are things that are set up by the top 1% of the 1%. What they call the elites, the powers that should not be, but they are the powers that be at this current moment. And until we start exposing these things and bringing these things to the light, and what I talk about here, and what I'm going to talk about here, is something very simple. It's just sports, because I know that sports, once you start talking about sports and you go in on sports, people tend to pick that up faster than they would celebrities and politics and different things like that, because they can see how sports can be rigged. A flag here, a flag there. I mean, just look at the Super Bowl, man. Just look at the Super Bowl. Chiefs been scoring points the whole year, and then all of a sudden they can't get in the end zone. They've been killing all year. I mean, Tyreek Hill he put up 100 something yards the first time he played Tom Brady in the first half, and this guy didn't really do anything significant in that game. And it happens like this time and time again, championship after championship, game after game. The things that we think are real, they're using technology, they're using their code, they're doing this stuff according to what they have in mind and what they want to have happen. This is how they play God. If you want to know the reason why they do it, this is how they play God. This is how they put their hands and stamps on things, because 100 years from now, 200 years from now, somebody can look back at this time period, and if they know this work, they will see how these things correlate. If they don't know this work, they won't see how these things correlate. How is it that with every sports championship, there's some type of disaster, or with every disaster, there's some type of sports championship in that particular area that goes along with it? About 90% of the time. When you think about 9/11, you think about the Giants, you think about Katrina, you think about the Saints, you think about Hurricane Harvey, and then Matt Harvey comes in with the Astros and does his thing, and all the stuff that went on last year with Florida, all the outbreaks, so-called pandemic outbreaks and coronavirus down there, it was really, really bad. And then all of a sudden, Tampa Bay is on top of the world with a Super Bowl. And this happens all the time according to this code. They like to sync up different things for their own agendas, for their own whatever they have planned, man. And the end game really is, and I think we all know what the end game is. The end game is total control. They want total control over everything, over you, over what you do, what you eat, what you say, what you can say, what you can't say, what you can do, what you can't do. They got everybody staying in the house right now. Well, earlier it was much, much worse. But at the end of the day, that's what it's about. It's about total control. It's about them having their full stamp on your life, being the God of your life. If you believe there is a God. I know some people don't subscribe to that type of mindset. I do believe there is a God. There is a creator, because every design has a designer. That is my motto. I've lived by that for quite some time. Every design has a designer. There's nothing that has been designed that is beautiful without a beautiful designer to make it that way. You just can't just throw things up in the air and make something perfect as this universe, and perfect as your hands and your feet and your arms and all the things that go along with what this world is. The trees, the frogs, everything, man, is perfectly designed. So how can you not believe there is a God? Now, do I subscribe to Christianity? No, I do not. Do I believe there is some form of a deity? If you want to call him the universe, sure. Call him the universe. But they want to be this person that I am, this person or persons, or this man or this woman or this being that I'm referring to. They want to be this being. This is the whole purpose of doing the things that they do. This is why they have contrived this code. And this is an ancient practice. This is how you keep things from sheep. You hide it in plain sight. Because 90% of people, 99% of people don't want to read. They don't want to study. They don't want to learn anything. They just want to, go through their life, make as much money as possible, be rich, be famous, be known, be the forefront of others. That's their goal. That's most people's goal. And in the process of doing all that, they don't want to learn side things that could possibly change their lives. They don't want to take the time to understand knowledge like this, which is key, man. This knowledge changed my life. I ran into this knowledge probably about 4 years ago when I was still a Christian, and it changed my life. Really got focusing into it, like for real, about 2 years ago. I started making these videos, and ever since then, look, I've been on, and I see it, and I can't unsee it. That's the thing about this. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. And once you know, it's just like it's there. It's in everything. The stamp is on. You see these numbers. You see these rituals in everything they do. Every product that comes across the TV, whether it be a movie, little side stuff in the background, they always like to put their symbolisms up. It's like a nod to other people from the occult and the esoteric. It's a nod to those that know this knowledge to give them to say, hey, we had a hand in this. We put our stamp on this, and I want you to know it. But if you don't know it, you don't know it. That's the thing about it. It's one of those unknown unknowns. Things you don't know that you don't know. There are known knowns, there are known unknowns, and there are also unknown unknowns. Things you don't know that you don't know. And this is one of those things that you don't know that you don't know. And that is the purpose of these videos, to educate you on the things that you don't know that you don't know. That you should know, because this operates in your life and you don't even know it. They put this all over your life. What am I talking about? I'm talking about gematria, the practice of coding numbers into words. This is a practice of Kabbalah. Kabbalah, in the book of Cephas, believes that when God spoke in the beginning, he spoke with letters, numbers, and words. He meshed these things together, and this is how he created what you live in today. Everything is numerical value, whether you believe that or not. Every single thing that you can possibly think of in this life has a numerical value. Why the trees grow a certain height, why the air has a certain density, why are there so many flowers in a certain area, and why do they grow a certain way, and why don't they grow bigger than this way that they do grow, and why do human beings grow the size that they grow? All these things has numerical values. So in fact, they are right about God did create this world through numbers, letters, and words. And what has happened is, over time, man has come in, and like we always do, I say we, I mean man, we come in and pervert everything that God creates. We pervert it some type of way. We put our hands on it and do with it what we want to do with it, and make it to fit how we want it to make it to fit. And ultimately, we have our own agenda. So the 4 base ciphers is what we use here: English ordinal, full reduction, reverse ordinal, reverse full reduction. Example, now type in my name, Vic. It's 34, 16, 47, and 20. 47 is a boss number, but I'm no part of any of those groups that use this number directly for their common cause, which is the Masonic cause. I am not a part of those groups, but I'm doing this for a purpose. I'm showing you this for a purpose. A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, D is 4, on to Z being 26 in English ordinal. That's the first cipher. In full reduction, when it gets to double digit letters, you reduce with the new rules of numerology. J, which is the 10th, J being the 10th, is reduced down to 1 because 1 plus 0 is 1. See my name? The V is reduced down to 4. See that? Reduced down to 4. The I is reduced down to 9. Nope, it's not reduced down. It's only a single. It's a singular number, so it is 9. And the C is singular as well. It is 3. Reverse ordinal, same thing. Well, A is 26. Z is 1. You see that? And reverse full reduction is just like the full reduction. It's reverse full reduction. Full reduction. So it's this cipher in reverse full reduction. These two are the same. The two greens are the same, and the two near blues are the same. Reverse full reduction, the V has a value of 5. The I has a value of 9. The C has a value of 6 because it starts over. A is 26. 2 plus 6 is 8. And there are many other ciphers. Many other ciphers. Some of the older ciphers that were used back in the day. Things of this nature. Some of the Jewish ciphers. But the 4 base ciphers is all you need. It gives you a clearer picture when you use the other ciphers and you understand them. It is my opinion that every elite knows this code. They know what's going on with this. We don't. The sheep don't. The sleep don't. Those with big dreams don't. Because in order to dream, you have to be asleep. And they dangle that dream right in front of your face, and they put it in your face early and often as they can. They want you to think that you can be like The Rock, that you can be like Michael Jordan, that you can be like LeBron James, that you can be like Barack Obama. But all these guys live by a code that you don't know. And in order to live by that code, you have to sacrifice different things in your life and different people in your life according to this code. Because it's ran by some satanic people. All these genres are ran by satanic people. I'm still doing God's work, even though I don't believe in Christianity and I don't believe in the Baptist, the Methodist, the Lutheran, the Jehovah Witness, those things of those sorts. Even though I don't believe fully in those books, because half of those things are created by Freemasons. Half of those religions are created by Freemasons. Go back and do your studies on those things. Almost all of them. I'm still doing God's work because I expose these rigged things. I expose these satanic people and how they have their clutches on so many of our brothers and sisters throughout what is called entertainment. They want to enter and tame your mind, your mental. Just like the government, they want to govern your mind. They want to go in your mind and tell you what to do, what to think. That's why you go to a school to get indoctrinated, to be a nice little sheep, to be sleep, to give you all this hope. And you should have hope. Hope is good, but not hope to be like any of them. Hope to be greater. Hope to open the eyes of the masses. That is my plan. That is the plan of all people that are doing this in the true community, to expose the fraud and the lies. That's the end game. We want to break the system. We do. We want to break the system. We just want to live fairly. At the end of the day, we just want to live fairly. We just want our wives and our children to have a fair shake at life, and not these things to be contrived in such a way that hinders everyone that lives, everyone that comes through the vortex of life. Because the system is in place, and so many great people have come through the vortex of life and haven't been given a fair shake. because of this system in place. It is a satanic system. There is some truth in that thing we call the Bible, that book. Will I say it's all truth? No, I cannot fully say that, but there is some truth in that book. There are some satanic things going on here. Satan could very, very well be real. There could be such things as angels, because there is a spirit behind these things in the way that they contrive these things and put them together. It has to be. It is too advanced for man and man alone. They quite possibly have to have some assistance, or maybe some big ass machine somewhere plugging these numbers and these people in. But it's repetitive. It's a pattern, like I said at the beginning of this video. It is a pattern that we have to recognize. Now, this video wasn't supposed to be about none of this. I'm ranting right now, but I have to get this off my chest to let people know where I stand. Because personally, I'm just sick of the everyday Joe Blow who pays no attention to any of these things, who's so concerned about everything else in the world that you don't need, when things can be so simple. Once you recognize that you are in a matrix, once you recognize that you're being fooled, you're being bamboozled, you're being run amok, your life can be so much easier. These things can be so much better. Life can be so much better once we get off the circus wheel, once we get off the hamster wheel and stop running for them. They keep dangling that carrot in front of us and they're leading us wherever the fuck they want to lead us. And we go right along with it, year in and year out. Every black boy wants to be a basketball player or a football player. They dangle that carrot in front of your face, in front of your son's face, in front of your daughter's face. She wants to be a gymnast. She wants to be like Serena Williams or someone of that nature. These things come at a cost. What happened to the people that wanted to be doctors, lawyers, who wanted to work with their hands, being plumbers, roadside workers, trash men? What happened to these people? They're frowned upon. Your everyday people that keep your life going. We're so enamored with these things they call stars. It's a reason that they call them stars. They call them stars because they're part of a secret order. They're part of a secret order. These stars. And they live by a code that you don't know, that you need to know, and it's called gematria. It's a practice longer and older than time. It's how they hide things in plain sight. It's like SOS, or what is it called? The beeping. Beep 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 beep. That shit. Morse code. That's correct. It's like Morse code on steroids. It's their own Morse code. When you go back and look down through time, once you learn this code, you see how they have contrived different things. We are living in their code right now with this coronavirus. We're currently in this code, this coded world, the G code, the code of the gods, little g. All right, rant over. I wanted to talk about this, and this is the whole purpose of this video. 50. Before I talk about the 50, let's talk about some Pisces. I did a little short decode on number 62 a day before Pisces came about. Pisces, known for the fish. This is a zodiac sign. This is a set of stars in the sky that looks like this in the constellation. No, my screen is really slow right now. I believe it is because I'm trying to upload a video at the same time record a video. So excuse me for the slowness, but so hopefully you can see or get an idea of what I'm talking about. And if you don't, hey, you got Google, you got DuckDuckGo. Go look it up. Go look at Pisces. Go look at how Pisces look as it pertains to the set of stars in the sky that they call Pisces in this northern hemisphere. Pisces. The first day of Pisces being February the 20th. February the 20th, 220. Big boss number. But the day before the 20th was the 19th, and something significant happened on that day. The 19th was the 50th day of the year. The 50th day of 2021 was February 19th. 50, you see that? And that is important because of this. Well, shall I say it's not important because of this. I'm talking about that. I'm talking about the 50 because of what happened in sports, in the world of sports. What is the likelihood that two players score 50 points on the 50th day of the year? What is the likelihood of that happening? And these things happen time and time again based on what is called the date numerologies. These are considered date numerologies. This is a date numerology all the way down. This is the day left in the year, 315. This is the day of the year. But all these are date numerologies. These are the ones I use from 21 going up. You see that? So it is day 50. February 19th is day 50. This is the day that we're talking about. Today is Sunday, but we're talking about the 19th. Okay? So, February 19th, two players, Joel Embiid and Jamal Murray, score 50 points. What is the likelihood of that happening? And Murray did it without shooting one free throw. There's something going on here. Now, you could say that's a coincidence, but if you show a coincidence every day, when does it stop being a coincidence? You can't have 365 coincidences in 1 year. Doing the same thing, looking at the same people. Come on now. We got to wake up and we got to pay attention to what's going on around us. Really, I mean, it's ridiculous. And of course, we came up off of this because we knew it was, we knew it was something going on. The day before Pisces, what would be considered a high day in the occult, in the esoteric, a high day. Jamal Murray. Look at this. I'm going to show you something about Jamal Murray. Mr. Jamal, he had the sex scandal last year about dick sucking days before his birthday. Look at his birthday. He is Mr. Pisces. 223. 223. 223. 223. 223 backward is 322. And you know whose number that is. Skull and Bones. And if you don't know what Skull and Bones is and what these people don't used to do and what they still do, you need to go check it out. Understand what the thigh bones are and the skull is and the ossuary and how they buried their dead and how these elite people live according to this code. People like John Kerry, both the Bushes, H and W, Herbert Walker and W. Bush. I think that's what his name is. Just forgive me if I'm saying it wrong. This is a secret order they from Yale. Yale's elite, the top 1% of the top 1% that run the world according to this code. And this is a deep, dark hole. Not only them. It's not only them. And they run it off of the scripture. The script. They keep it to the scripture. They keep it to the script. They stick to the script. Genesis 3:22, and the Lord said, the man has now become like one of us, knowing good and evil. He must not be allowed to reach out his hand and take also from the tree of life and eat and live forever. Genesis 3:22 is important to the concept that they have and what they do. They live, one would say they live by the Bible because everything they do is contrived and according to the Bible. So that one may say that God is coming back and they're looking for a savior and they're expecting a savior based on the things that they're doing in nature and the things that they're contriving. It makes it look like as if that scripture, those scriptures, what is called the Holy Bible, are actually playing themselves out when in fact they are not. These things are contrived. I hear a lot of people talk about, well, it's a food shortage and, this and that and hurricanes and tornadoes and snow in Texas, and that's what's going on right now. And these things are contrived through HARP. These things are contrived through the mindset of people like Skull and Bone, people like the Jesuit, people like the who's of the world. So many names, the Bilderberg groups, every group that you can possibly think of that we talk about in secret, that we know have their hand on the pulse and the life force of this universe. Or excuse me, this world, not the universe. But I was just talking about Jamal Murray. It's crazy that he has that birthday and then he scores 50. Because they do a lot of rituals with this young man. And he might not even know it. It might be unbeknownst to him. But all it takes is one. All it takes is one on a team. All it takes is one ref. You remember that dude, I think his name was Donahue, that got in trouble for what they say called rigging games? Hell, they wouldn't even let, what's his name, Pete Rose in the Baseball Hall of Fame still to this day because of what he did. He betted on baseball. But hell, if you know the game is rigged, why not bet on it? They mad because he didn't stick to the code that he's supposed to stick to, which is do what you're supposed to do when we tell you to do it. Let these outcomes go according to the way that we tell you we want them to go. And don't get caught doing that bullshit that you was doing, Mr. Rose. Or the referee. I think his name was Donahue or something like that. And even he came out and said, hey, a lot of these refs is rigging games and making money off of them. If I know the outcome of a game, don't you think I would put a couple $100 or a couple $1,000 or even $1 million or $2 million on a game? Of course you would. You want to make your pockets fat. You want to live comfortable. Who wants to work every day? Nobody. So this is what it is. And I'm sorry that I ran it and made this video entirely too long. But hopefully you got something from it. And this is not the only thing. I'm going to come back with more videos, man. And show you more things by this code. The G code, baby. I just said something and I hope you got it. If you didn't, rewind it back. As always, you know, it's freely given.
I'm back now, better than before. 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 Sit back now, better than before. I'm back now, better than before. I'm back now, better than before. Move back now, better than before. Watch out, better than before. I'm back now, better than before. I'm back now, better than before. I'm back now, better than before. Sit back now, better than before. I'm back now, better than before. I'm back now, better than before. Move back now, better than before. Watch out. Had to stack my bread, got too much to lose. Can't walk in my shoes if I paid you to. My mind's a clue, the streets I run it. My eyes are filled, pain and chronic. The streets they raise me.